Today, I got the LEGO Star Wars Hoth Snowtroopers Battle Pack. Now, this is at 8084. It came out back in 2010, originally for $10.99, and in the middle of its release, they actually raised the price $1, which made not a lot of sense. But this, for ages 6 through 12, comes with 74 pieces, 4 minifigures, obviously a classic set, and with the new Hoth Battle Pack coming, I thought no better time to finally buy and review this, and then later we'll eventually going to be comparing it to the new one. With that said, before we get into it, I'm going to ask you all to smash the subscribe button. We just hit 25,000, so it's really appreciated. Obviously, the next goal is 30,000 subscribers, so again, that would all be appreciated. And let's get into one of the more iconic battle packs from LEGO Star Wars, and I'm just really hyped to get into it. Now, first up here, we obviously have the box art. Now, there are actually two versions of box art. We'll cover that in a second, but you do get the reddish LEGO Star Wars logo, which I always appreciated. You get the clone troopers in the top corner, which I love. You also get, obviously, a nice depiction of all the guys in the snow. You get all the details, and then you get the Build Your Army logo with all of the army building troopers. Notice how the officer is not in that picture. You will notice on the back of this box art, there is a battle between this one and the set 8083, the Rebel Troopers Battle Pack, which comes with basically like a snow Zamboni build, versus this guy. Obviously, that was the Combating Battle Pack. You get, again, all the same types of details. You move to the side, and this is actually an Empire Strikes Back, and I'll zoom in on this, the 30th edition version of this, which is actually something kind of neat. And then up top, you obviously do get the picture of the actual size of the minifigure. Nothing too crazy on the bottom, but this is before Disney owned Star Wars, so that is why there is that little special logo down there. I'm still not entirely new to this because I wasn't as much into LEGO Star Wars back then, but it says, like, the official Star Wars fan club, StarWars.com. I think that's just kind of great, and then again, you get all the details over here. Now, there actually were two different kinds of battle packs, and there was the one you see over here, and then there were also the small box version, which I actually bought recently. And the interesting thing about the small box version is you will notice there is no Build Your Army logo right on the bottom corner. It just is those guys as opposed to that one with the whole text. That one doesn't have text, which I think makes this kind of double rare. I did buy this from a Brick Fair seller, and I don't think they knew it was a small box version. I bought it for $27, which wasn't an awful deal to begin with, like just beginning for a sealed Hoth set like this. But yeah, it's the same type of deal, nothing too crazy different, it's just a little different proportioned out. And yeah, that's kind of cool. Next up here is the manual. It is a pretty long manual, however thin, and this is going to take some people a trip down memory lane. They used to explain how to do the bags and all that. This was, I believe, before they did a lot of numbered bags, and this is back when they actually still like put like these weird Darth Vader things in the corner of instructions. Still not 100% sure why, but you'll get like this whole graphic here, which is neat, and then you also get the graphic. Ooh, that is classic. The old ARC 170, the old Droid Fighter, the old Freako Speeder, and the old TIE Defender. Obviously classic. And the Lego Screaming Kid. You deserve a veteran's discount if you remember this kid. And yeah, this is just a great little manual. Now let's take a look at the minifigs. Now first up, here are the two Snowtroopers. They are the same figure, so I'm not going to be showed around too much. Unfortunately, when I actually got this, the figures were kind of yellowed, which was extraordinarily disappointing. I did get it for $20, so it wasn't, like, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, but that was just disappointing. So here's a better one I actually have. So, you know, you get basic detailing, nothing crazy. The different thing about these guys is they combined the helmet piece with the backpack piece, and I actually kind of liked that. I liked when they did more modded stuff like that. And also the nose is a little more, you know, popping out. It's a little more, you could tell, like there's a nose in this type of a thing, which I find kind of funny, but they've gotten rid of that. Kind of, you know, extent in more recent interpretations of the set, but now you can actually move the head around more with the new ones, with the helmet, and that's a nice detail. Again, in terms of back printing, there is none. They don't go all out like they do now. They didn't do that as much back then, but this was still a neat figure to army build, and again, there was also a guy with the long blaster in the back. Next up is the AT-AT pilot. Now these guys are obviously staples of Hoth. I was never sure why they made these helmets in a white. I always thought it was kind of weird. It should have been like in gray, but now they fixed that. No face print, obviously. You do get a pretty simple torso print, and then you also do get a back print, which is pretty generous for the time. You get all the little Imperial logos, not Republic logos up there, like some modern LEGO designers haven't been able to figure out. And then you also do get all of the other stuff. It's obviously a great looking little figure, nothing insane going on with him. Let's move into the Imperial officer. Now, he's a pretty much a gimme figure, you know, he's nothing insane, nobody really wants a huge amount of these, but he's still cool nonetheless. This is just a field officer, not General Veers or anyone special. He comes with a set of binocs. He also does come with, you know, a nice little torso printing. I do appreciate it. You also do get that, and I don't believe there's any back face printing. Yeah, it makes sense, it's a battle pack. You know, you get a pretty simple helmet. It is an old classic style Imperial officer. Nothing extremely exciting about this figure. Now, here are the two builds you get in this set. Please mind, again, the yellowed bricks. Now, first off, I do want to take a look at this weird platform, and then we'll take a look at the interesting speeder. Let's take a look at this first. Now, first you will notice two clips under this radar piece, and those are for you to put your blasters when you have your figures, you know, on a speeder, or if you have them on standby or on the weapons mount. So that is a neat little feature. You also do get a little radar dish attached to this, well, radar print, all nice and dandy. Again, nothing insane. You do have some regular like numbers like 38 on there, so that's pretty neat. Now let's take a look at the little missile action thing. Now, this is some form of a missile, I guess, defense system or attack system. Now, you could put your little snowtrooper on here, which is a really neat little thing to do, obviously. You'd pretty much expect it. And then you can actually angle the missile based on how you turn this wheel down here. So this is a flick-fire missile. Obviously, it looks kind of like a missile. It has, like, the little edges and everything. It's really cool, so all you have to do is hold this down and press, and you could fire it. It's really not the best system, at least with this particular one. You know, again, you could... Yeah, it doesn't work out very well, to be honest, and I find difficulty with them sometimes. Now, here's the speeder build. It is an interesting one. These are obviously the classic ones. You know, we got these types of things on Endor. Within time of these, they are basically divided up into two parts. This whole front brick build part. Let me actually separate this. You got this whole front brick build part. Then you also did get this, which was mostly a back piece. There was also, I believe, supposed to be two mega horn type pieces on here, but I guess not. That is fine. And then you can obviously, you know, you see the attachment and all that. And all you have to do is attach that to this clip. And like so, they are attached. It is a weird clip because it doesn't let you move it very much. But yeah, so, and then you can also mount your snowtrooper on here, which is really a neat feature. You can just put him on. Let me just, okay, now they're on. But that always baffled me. I never liked this design for the handlebars. I don't know why they keep doing it. They're doing it to this day, so it's not like anything's changed. You also do get the front area. This is the front area of the speeder, and you could, again, twist that around as you please, and have the guy's hand come out of the thing again. That makes sense. And then you move back, and you do get, again, all those little treads, because you're going to likely be sliding this along in your collection or when you're playing around with it. And then you also do get this little backpack mold, which is nice and dandy. It actually fits perfectly and is made for this type of a thing, just, you know, for supplies or whatever. And that is quite an interesting build. Now, this is certainly quite an interesting build for back in the day, and we're going to be getting into my full thoughts and rankings on it now. I'm not going to say this is the perfect set just to start off with that, but it's certainly an interesting one. Now, let's talk about it. Now, yes, it's neat that I do actually have two of these, one of them being the small box version and one being the large box. Obviously, I think that's very cool. Now, unfortunately, again, I did get this one, and the Pete's were all yellowed, which was very disappointing. I didn't get that in the eBay listing, so I might have to file a little bit of a complaint there. And I was under the impression it was honestly going to be sealed, but it wasn't, which is Now, in terms of a set, I think this is a pretty solid battle pack. In the spectrum of all battle packs, this one was certainly not the best. It's the epitome of a generic basic battle pack. You're getting two snowtroopers, which is fine. You're getting an officer, which is and you're getting an AT-AT driver, which there's no AT-AT, so it's not as exciting of a figure selection. And generally speaking, that is why this is one of the cheapest old battle packs, because there is not as much of a draw towards this one. While it still obviously goes for more than it originally did, it's still not the most popular just because Hoth is such an oversaturated type theme, and this is just a kind of, boring type set. There's nothing really added value here. The builds are mediocre at best, which is honestly why I give this set a 6 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's the best set. I wouldn't say it's the worst set. Back in the day, for its price of $12, yeah, you were about getting what you paid for once they raised the price. But it's nothing to rave about. I wouldn't say it's even in like a top 20 battle pack. I'd hesitate to say that. It's just not a great one. I did a battle pack ranking video and it was not very high, which is why, I kind of advise against getting this one, especially with the new one. Obviously, it's very disappointing to see that the new one is almost not $8 to $9 more more than what this originally cost, which is very disappointing. But yeah, you're getting pretty much the same value with that one, but you're getting newer figures. So with that said, I want to hear what you guys think of this set. Will you ever be considering to pick this one up, this Empire Strikes Back 30th anniversary set? I want to hear it down below. With that said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.